Grabbed by Witt and dumped out by Ovechkin. Here he comes. Ovechkin trying to drag it through narrow. Scored! Alexander Ovechkin, when it looked like it was no longer possible, he still got it done.
The goal that Alex Ovechkin scored on me in Phoenix was, I mean, it was sensational. I mean, it just was a goal that you couldn't believe it was humanly possible for him to pull that off. He came down the right side, my left side, and I was out, and I was so aggressive because I just knew how good a shot he had, and I knew that he liked to shoot it through defensemen, but seeing the score was 5-1, he probably wanted to be a little bit more creative in that situation, and it wasn't a 1-1 game, so he didn't have to play it smart. He probably, could try something a little bit more crazy.
He scores! Simply sensational!
The reaction in the building when he scored that goal was one of bewilderment, I think. People just couldn't believe it. I mean, you could hear almost like a gasp in the crowd when they watched the replay. When people saw the replay, I think they realized how sensational this goal was.
And even Wayne Gretzky's looking up on the overhead scoreboard to take a second look.
This is a man who scored so many big goals in his career and so many highlight goals. I think even he was in a state of bewilderment. I think he couldn't believe what he just saw. I'm sure he wasn't very happy with the way we defended that play. Probably wasn't very happy with me at that point, but I think he, as a man who's done a lot of great in his career, I'm sure he could appreciate the greatness that took place on that goal.
Super speeds. Ovechkin fires. He scores! Alexander Ovechkin, welcome on board.
I remember being surprised that the puck just popped up in the slot, and he kind of just one-timed it. And I was surprised by the speed and the quickness of his release. And I said, okay. And then right away after he scores, I says, okay, I know what we heard from him. He's a legit goal scorer. That kid can shoot. And but back then, I didn't think that 20 years later, I would still be thinking and talking about it.
It is Ottawa 0-2. Ovechkin fires, score! Ovechkin, 5-hole, Washington wins.
He was going hard, he was going for it, and for some reason he missed his shot. I've never seen him miss his shot, and it kind of bubbled through my 5-hole. And I looked like the worst goalie in the world on that play, and then we lose the game. And he kind of turned around and kind of just smiled because we both looked at each other, and I said, you missed your shot. You weren't, and he was kind of, laughing, and but that's kind of a funny moment.
Maybe straight away. That was repelled by Backstrom, and here comes Ovechkin, 1-on-3. Ovechkin down the wing, drive, he scores! Ovechkin, overwhelming at 50.
At the time, I was pretty upset by it. I remember thinking, man, I've only been in the league for a couple weeks. Our team in Tampa is having a really tough go, and this guy's making us look awful. I could tell he just got excited in the moment. It put it to bed, and now I think it's funny how time changes your perception of things, because now that was a pretty memorable moment in NHL history. And for better or worse, I was part of it. When people find out that I was the goalie that Ovechkin scored his 50th on and did the hot stick, the reaction is always the same. That was you? Yeah, that was me. So I'm happy to be a part of it. There's kind of an air of unpredictability to Ovechkin, and that's what makes him hard to stop, is that it's hard to read it off his blade. Sometimes it comes off like a knuckler. Sometimes if he's in stride, he does a good job of using the D as a screen, as you would see on the hot stick goal and myself. So I think that really it just comes down to he's very good at adjusting to a pass, and his shot is actually pretty unpredictable coming off the blade, which makes it hard for the goaltender to get in front of.